chapters 18 to 25 in Walk to the Moons by Sharon Creech. Let's start, okay? So, so we're gonna start at chapter 18. And what do you think of Sal's father? Do you think that he's a nice man or he's not a nice man? Well, we see that he actually is a nice man, even if we did have some bad impressions of him at first, right? And when you read this, now are you convinced that he's a good man, or do you still think that he isn't a very good man because he made Sal leave? And I wanted to ask you, do you think that, so her father, he put up the farm for sale, but finally he did it for rent, right? But finally he did it for rent. But anyway, do you think that they will come back though? And do you think that a mother is part of you, or do you think that do you think that you can fill that part in or not? Okay, and then suddenly there was a lunatic. If you had been Phoebe, how would you have reacted? And if you had been Sal, how would you have reacted? And do you think that he really is a real lunatic, or do you think that he's just an ordinary guy? And if so, who do you think that he is? Okay. But anyway, the blackberry kiss. I mean, she ate some blackberries and then she kissed the tree. Did you think that was weird or not? And would you kiss a tree or not? And do you like blackberries? Because blackberries are an important symbol in this book, right? So I just wanted to ask about that. But anyway, did you like the fact that everyone asked, did you write about me? Did you like that fact? And also, and then Ben said that he could read a poem, right? But the fact was that he couldn't read poems, but that he said that the good news was that she had let him hold her hand for 5 minutes without flinching. What do you think about this Ben character, and also then Mrs. Winterbottom is gone for a few days. Why do you think she left? And do you think that she was kidnapped or not? And do you think that Phoebe is right now thinking logically when she says that she was being kidnapped by a murderer? Okay, and then Mr. Berkeley was talking about souls, right? And how would you write your soul? And actually, you could actually try this. And did you get a central shape or not? If I would not get it, I don't think that I would have a central shape, but then I've never tried this activity. And then Ben had the same duplicate as Sal's. What do you think happened? Do you think he really had the same exact thing, or do you think he copied? And if so, why? Well, and then 22, so if you had been Phoebe, how would you have started the day? Would you be sad? Would you be crying? How would you start the day? Also, I wanted to ask you about London, right? And so, why do you think that Phoebe didn't tell the people the truth, but a lie? And have you ever been to London? Just a quick question. Or anywhere in England, actually. I have never been to Europe at all, but I do want to go there one day. And then her mother had had made these foods, right? These already made dinners that they only had to put in the oven, right? What do you think this means? And also there was Phoebe showed some evidence. Do you think that really is evidence, or do you think that those are just random stains and hairs? And I also want to ask you about the Badlands. What do you think about the Badlands, and why do you think that suddenly the whispers in the air were slow down, slow down? Why do you think this is suddenly happening to Sal when earlier it was all rush, hurry? And also, I wanted to ask you about a baby's name. Have you ever had a baby? I mean, you might not have. Like your mom. Have you ever have a sibling? And if so, what would you name? What did you name this sibling? And also, if you had been Sal, what would you have named this kid? And we don't know if it's a girl or boy. So put a list of girl names and boy names, okay? And also, Sal actually twisted her leg, and by then the baby was coming, right? But the baby was dead. How do you think that Sal's mother felt just then? And how do you think that Sal felt at that moment? And did you think that was fair that the baby died even before it was born? Also, I wanted to ask you about like a story that her mother knew about an old man, a Napi, who created men and women, and if and he put a stone in a river, right? Or I mean a stone that floats, then they will live forever. If the stone sinks, they will die. Well, pretty obvious that the stone would sink or be, and even if we did not know this, we keep on dying. So do you think that this man should have chosen something else? Because like stone, he should probably know that it's not gonna work. Do you think that he actually wanted people to die? I just think that is interesting. And then also, have you ever been at a waterbed? A quick question. And then there's also another message came, and it's, you can't keep the birds of sadness from flying over your head, but you can keep them from nesting in your hair. Do you know what this means? And could you list three times when you had the birds of sadness over your head, and have you ever had them roost in your hair? And also, do you know a lot about Greek mythology, or do you not know a lot about it? It's okay if you don't. Okay. 25 cholesterol, okay? How do you like the Finney's house? And do you think that it is too crowded or very friendly and nice? And also, Phoebe, do you think that she's being nice to the Finneys or not? And do you think that she's sort of ruining everybody's day? And are you worried about cholesterol, and are you a vegetarian too? Unfortunately, I am not a cholesterol person or a vegetarian, though I try not to eat fat foods a lot. And also, how do you think that Phoebe's stay at Sal's house will be? Do you think it'll be miserable because Phoebe is so jumpy? And do you think, and do you think that, and I also wanted to ask you, did you spot a symbol in this book? And I did actually sort of mention it, and it was actually in the Blackberry Kiss. There's actually a couple of symbols that you can pick up on this, or maybe more that I haven't realized, but there are a couple of symbols that you can realize this in, and I think that, and a symbol is something that really expresses something, shows something, means something, right? Represents something, or just symbolizes something, right? But anyway, by now, if you figured it out, and if you've not figured it out, then you shouldn't see this part because I'm going to say the answers. But if you have figured it out, then I think that number 1 is the blackberry. The blackberry reminds Sal of her mother, right? And her in Bybanks, Kentucky. And also the next one was trees. She was named after a tree. Trees were very important. Her mother she really liked sugar maple trees. The blackberry kiss had a tree in it. Lots of trees, right? And her mother really liked nature. So this all goes into trees, right? And this also relates to the singing tree, which was, I think, in my opinion, pretty cool. But anyway, so there's a lot of there's 2 symbols, right? And I thought that they were really cool too because they symbolize something really important. And also, and have you ever seen any themes? And a theme is like something, all universal truth for everyone that means something to everyone. A truth, a lesson, or just a topic or something in it, right? Something mentioned in this book. And I think that, and if you've got listed at least one, then I'll tell you one of the most important ones. Okay, only one though. Is family. Family is very important in this book. Actually, this whole book would not have happened without family issues. This book would not be here right now. It wouldn't even exist. This book club wouldn't exist. Nothing would exist like this. Why? Because Sal is on a trip to see her mother again because of family issues. Without that trip, she probably wouldn't have told her mom and dad about the lunatic and Phoebe. And the whole story of the lunatic and Phoebe was because of family issues, right? Phoebe's mother was gone. We don't know what happened. That's family issues. It was part of that story, and also the whole like I said before, the whole story wouldn't have happened without family issues because her father moved to Euclid, Ohio. That's where she met Phoebe. Without this, that story wouldn't have happened, and the road trip there wouldn't have happened. None of this would have happened. So I thought that was a really important theme in the book. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed chapters 18 to 25 with me, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day, okay guys? Yeah, and just have a great day, and also remember to not let the birds of sadness fly around you, okay? That's not very good, or nest in your hair.